Okay, y'all, thank you for being here. I think everyone is now connected, so we'll get started. If you're here, you are here to learn about Black Commencement, the information session, hosted by the African American Resource and Cultural Center. Okay.
Here's a quick overview of tonight's session. We'll begin with ARC introductions, some important dates to keep up with, a Black Grad celebration overview, the UCSC sled crossing overview, ways to get involved, important dates and deadlines, a registration link for Black Grad, and there'll be a section for questions at the end. And this session is recorded, so if you would not like to be recorded when you have questions, feel free to use the chat.
I just want to double check real quick, Mel. Have we started the recording?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Okay, so for the ARC staff, we have Autumn Johnson, who is the director of the African American Resource and Cultural Center. And you can reach out using this email below. There's also Mel, who is the program coordinator for the Resource Center. My name is Nyla. I have been an intern for 3 years. And then we also have Egypt. I'll pass it over to Egypt.
Hi, I'm Egypt. I'm also an ARC intern, and I've been an intern for 2 years. Here are some important dates to keep up with. April 3rd, we'll be having our UCSC sled crossing registration open. May 5th, there will be the deadline to register for Black Grad. May 10th will be the deadline to order regalia. And May 16th will be the sled crossing registration closing. And by the end of the May, there will be a mandatory Black Grad meeting. And June 10th will be our Black Grad celebration at 3 p.m. in person.
Okay, so what is the difference between sled crossing and Black Grad? Black Grad will be held on Saturday, June 10th at 3 p.m. in the Quarry Amphitheater. It will be held after week 10, but before finals week during that weekend. It's an in-person cultural event. Family and friends can be present. Each graduate has the opportunity to speak. Students will receive kente stools. It's not during commencement weekend, it's before. And the deadline to register is May 5th.
Here's some more information on the UCSC commencement. Sled crossing will take place on the East Field from June 16th, 17th, and June 18th. Students will have the opportunity to sign up for a 15-minute individual time slot, and graduates will be given 6 tickets for the guests. On the left, there's a respective time for all of the prospective college graduations as well.
Okay, so am I already registered for sled crossing and Black Grad? You have to register for both events. April 3rd is again when the commencement registration opens for the UCSC sled crossing. May 5th is for Black Grad, and then May 10th is when the UCSC sled crossing closes.
Everyone should go through a commencement checklist as a first step. Number 1, you should apply for graduation on your student portal. Number 2, you should register for Black Grad and or sled crossing. Number 3, you should order your regalia. Number 4, all submit requested materials. And 5, you should attend the mandatory Black Grad meeting. And lastly, you should cross the stage and graduate.
Okay, and these are some kente stools and grad gifts. There's going to be a variety of different kente stools that people can receive. If you were a part of Black Academy, or if you have ever been a part of the Resource Center, like ARC, or if like a traditional, just Black Grad Kente stool. And yeah, there also will be another gift, but you have to register to find out what it is. Yeah.
There are several ways to get involved with Black Grad. Graduated students have the option to be speakers for the event. There would be an undergrad student speaker, a graduate student speaker, and they have the opportunity to be a performance singer for the event and sing Lift Every Voice and Sing. Also, non-graduating volunteers will have the opportunity to be MCs and event hosts, day of event support, and event ushers, and also performance and singers. So feel free to get the word out there.
Okay, so here is a registration link for you to register for Black Grad. I'll leave this up on the screen for a little bit. Also, you can find this in the link tree on Instagram, on the ARC Instagram page. It will also be posted on the website, the ARC website, the UCSC ARC website. Yeah, I'll leave this up for a little bit longer. Can we also get this put in the chat? Okay, now moving on to some frequently asked questions. I will begin with this. The first question says, will I need tickets for my family to attend Black Grad?
Black Grad will not require tickets for any of our guests.
Do I still need to register on the commencement website?
If you would like to participate in sled crossing, you must also register on the commencement site.
What is the dress code for Black Grad?
Traditional regalia, cap and gown would not be required for Black Grad. Instead, we hope people to feel encouraged to come any cultural clothing or outfit that feels best represented by you.
What will the seating arrangement be?
Graduates will sit in a separate section from family and guests.
When will I receive my Kente stool?
Kente stoles will be given to graduates on the day of Black Grad.
And do I have to complete the whole registration form?
Most of the form is optional. Skip any questions that you don't want to answer. However, you must complete and submit the form to register for Black Grad.
Okay. So now we'll look at the important dates just one more time. Go over them with you.
Once again, April 3rd is the sled crossing registration opening day. May 5th will be the deadline to register for Black Grad. May 10th will be the deadline to order regalia. May 16th will be the sled crossing registration deadline. And the end of May will be a mandatory Black Grad meeting, and June 10th will be the Black Grad celebration at 3 p.m. Black Grad will be fully in person June 10th, and sled crossing will be hybrid June 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Okay, so now we're opening it up to y'all. If y'all have any questions, feel free to raise your hand or else leave them in the chat. Yeah.
There's a question in the chat. Will these slides be posted somewhere? This video will be, recorded video will be on the ARC website.
Okay, does anyone else have any questions that they can think of right now?
Hi, folks. I know a few of y'all joined after we got started, so feel free to ask any questions to Nyla and Egypt. I'll also be here to answer any complex questions. And also, like Egypt said, starting next Monday, we'll have this video posted on our ARC website under the Black Grad tab, so y'all can review it at your own leisure or share it with any loved ones if they have questions about Black Grad. But we have the space for y'all, so definitely don't hesitate to ask any questions, either in the chat or you can unmute if you need to. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I got a question, I guess, because I came in a little bit late. But I assume the family number for like a number of seats is, I don't know if that's like, is it like select crossing where we have like 6 tickets, or is it just like bring your whole family? Like, I'm not sure if that's I guess that's a question that I have.
Yeah, I can answer that. So since it's in the quarry, there's not a limit on the number of family members, and there's also no tickets required for Black Card.
Thank you.
I see a question in the chat that says, do we walk across the stage for Black Grad 2? Yes, in the Quarry Amphitheater, there is a stage that is set up, and you'll walk across the stage, and then you also have the opportunity to say like a message in a microphone if you'd like to. So, yeah.
I'm gonna just jump in here. For any folks who got to go to last year's Black Grad, that's the first one I've had in person in a while. And we got to bring Domu Africa, who's the drumming group that's been drumming for Black Grad for like 20 years now. And they made all the grads get up on stage and dance. So when you're coming through to Black Grad, be prepared to be up on that stage having a good time.
I guess the question that I got is, or if no one else has a question, how long is the ceremony for? Is it a couple hours? Do you do like keynotes and like performances, or is it like, I guess, is there, I probably shouldn't ask this, but is there a snapshot agenda? You probably can't share that, but.
Take this one. We won't release a snapshot agenda because we want it to be a secret and we want y'all to be delightfully surprised. But I can give you kind of an overview. Yes, you're right. There will be keynote speeches and performances during Black Grad. Each year, we traditionally open the ceremony with libations from an ABC faculty member and also with the singing of the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. If any of y'all graduating folks are singers and are interested in singing, that's also part of the registration form. Or if you've got a homie who would like to sing, please send them the registration form as well. And you open it up, you'll see that there's a space for like signing up to sing as well. And so in addition to those keynotes, we have some students that get up to speak and a few other elements to the ceremony. And so depending on the number of graduates, you can expect to have a ceremony that's anywhere from like about an hour and a half to maybe like 2 hours. If we have a really big group, it might be a little longer than that, but I should expect that if doors open at 3 and the ceremony, I think is anticipated to start around 4, folks should be out of there by like 5:36.
Thank you, Melissa.
And Nyla just informed me that last year's ceremony was literally 2.5 hours. So scrap everything I said, and it might be closer to 7 o'clock that y'all are out of there. Thanks, Nyla.
Yeah, well, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to unmute and ask. If anyone wants me to go back to a certain slide, also, I can do that too. There's a question that says, will the ceremony be recorded?
So that's TBD. We definitely will have photographers at the ceremony. We want to be able to capture these moments for our personal archives and also for y'all. And so we'll do our best to share as many photographs as possible after Black Grad. Videography, we're not sure yet if that's something we can set up. That'd be nice. And also family members are more than welcome to set up whatever they need, you know, tripods, ring lights, do whatever you got to do. So if families want to record, they can definitely do that.
There's a question in the chat that says, will there be a link to register for Black Grad? Yeah, and I will pull it up right now. This link will also be on our website within the coming days. You can register there as well. Another question, you can bring as many people as you like to Black Grad. There will be no tickets. And then Mel, will there be a virtual link for Black Grad?
So Black Grad is probably not going to be a hybrid ceremony. I think it's most likely going to be 100% in person. And so we don't plan on having any kind of like virtual element. Folks might have to facilitate that with their families on their own. But if that's something that you need as an accommodation, feel free to include that in your registration comments. And that's something we can figure out collectively. And yeah, I just want to reiterate to folks that the registration link is live. It's up on our Instagram, our website, here on the screen, and y'all can bring as many people as you want. Bring the whole Brady Bunch.
Okay, y'all. Are there any more questions that anyone has? Okay, if there are not any more questions, then this will be the end of the info session. If you have more questions, you can send an email. No, I don't know if you want to drop an email that they can send a question to. But yeah, this live or this recording will be posted on the website in about a week, but this registration link is already open and you can find the link in the link tree on our Instagram.
Do we want to show them a sneak peek of Black Grad next year or last year?
I don't know if this video has sound, so it might be like really loud, but this was a video that was from last year. I can turn it down. Please.
Oh, dang, that 720 quality got us. HD.
There we go. Now you can see who people are. But yeah, this is when students were walking down to the stage last year. They were walking down with their stoles. Yeah. For anyone who came in late, this recording will be posted and you can view it on the website with all the timelines and dates for things. But yeah, thank you for coming. If you have any last minute questions, you can stay behind.
I have a question in the chat. Folks can definitely bounce, but I'll keep answering questions. Folks wanted to know, in reference to the cap and gowns, are we going to host a workshop to make them Afro-friendly? Last year, we hosted a Black Grad Fest for all the graduating folks to come make little grad crafts and gifts, and for anyone who wants to celebrate them. We're definitely going to do something like that again this year, so make sure you get your regalia in time, and we'll have a space for y'all to come decorate them all together and talk about how we can make that look cute with the protective styles. And then you have another question in the chat about if we didn't participate in Black Academy or ARC, do we still have the opportunity to get a stole? Yes, every graduate at Black Grad is going to get a stole. It just depends what your stole is going to say. And so let me see, are y'all able to see this one behind me? Yeah, this is one from last year. It says ARC on this side, but then the other one says class of 2022. And then instead of it saying ARC, it'll say UCSC. So it's totally going to rep your alma mater. All right, thank you so much, folks. I'm going to go ahead and pause this recording here. But if anyone has any other questions, we will stick around.